Hello YouTube, this is Undead93, here to give another review from something I've seen through my childhood or recently, and that will be of Dragonball Z. It is a show that's been around for, I think, from like the 90s till now, and it's still running till now. I started watching it about halfway through when it was in Toonami, and I liked it because it had fighting and stuff. It was just awesome. Pretty much the main premise of Dragon Ball Z is you have the Z fighters pretty much trying to protect Earth from whatever forces are trying to destroy it. Like, you have the Saiyans, then you have Frieza, then the androids Cell's an android too, and Cell. Then you have Majin Buu, and then you have GT and Dragon Ball as well. In the series, I had three favorite characters because they're pretty awesome. One is Piccolo because whenever he was around, he was kind of a badass because he didn't have like the Super Saiyan power and stuff, but he still got powerful because he combined with Nail, and after that he combined with Kami and became even more powerful. After that, then it would have to be Vegeta, who is the primary villain in the Saiyan saga. Pretty much he's Goku's rival. They're always kind of like testing each other. Like, Goku becomes Super Saiyan, Vegeta becomes Super Saiyan, Goku becomes Super Saiyan 2, Vegeta becomes Super Saiyan 2. Same thing happens with Super Saiyan 4 as well. Vegeta also goes evil again in the Majin Buu saga and has himself sacrifice himself. Also, there are a bit of spoilers in this if you don't know much or haven't seen Dragon Ball Z. He's just a well-rounded character in my opinion, because you see him as a villain, you see him how he is good, and then you get to see him bad, and then you get to see him good again, and in GT it goes bad again, then good. So yeah, he's just bouncing around of being good and bad, which is good because it made Vegeta, and he's awesome. Then my favorite villain, even though he rarely got any like screen time, was Cooler because one, he was Frieza's brother, and he looked awesomer than Frieza. And already when we saw him, he was in his fourth form, which is pretty much what Frieza was at the end of the Namekian saga. Then he turned into his fifth form, which looked even more badass. And then he dies, he comes back, a whole bunch of robots. I didn't really watch that movie. Goku kills him. But he was a good villain. He didn't get to do much, but he was a cool villain. Pretty much, you have your first saga, which is pretty much, you get to learn kind of the backstory of Goku a bit. Like, you get to hear his Saiyan name, which is Kakarot. Get to meet his brother, which is Raditz. You get to see the other world, which is like heaven and hell. Get to see Gohan for the first time. And then you have the fight between Goku and Vegeta. Then you have the Frieza saga, which is pretty much Goku, Krillin, Gohan and Vegeta facing Frieza, oh, and Piccolo facing Frieza, which went pretty well. Frieza kind of was a dick. Never mind. That would probably get censored. Okay. Pretty much Frieza, he was a good villain too, even though he sounded like a chick anytime he talked, which always when I saw that show, I always thought Frieza was a chick before I knew that Frieza had a brother. I was like, hey, I'm Frieza's brother. Like, okay. So, Frieza's guy. Did not know that. I was like, okay. Frieza gets killed, and then you go into the Android Saga, where Future Trunks gets introduced, which he is an awesome character compared to his other counterpart. And his backstory is pretty awesome. Pretty much he's trained by Gohan and all this other stuff, and he becomes Super Saiyan because Gohan gets killed in that timeline. Pretty much, Cell becomes his perfect form. Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Trunks, and everybody else train, and they fight Cell. Goku sacrifices himself, which was kind of useless in a sense, since Cell came back, and then Gohan just killed him with a one-hand Kamehameha. Then we skip ahead, I think it's 7 to 8 years, and you have the Majin Buu saga, which there's a little filler between that, in it, where Goku is in a tournament with fighters around the whole universe. Get introduced to Pikkon, who is this kind of a green character. He pretty much has the same strength as Goku. It's pretty cool. Except he's not really shown much. He's not even shown in GT either. Since which is weird because they're going around the whole dang universe. They probably should have saw him. Let's see what else. You get introduced to Videl. Kind of learn. You have Goten introduced and Trunks. Then you have the World Tournament where Goku comes back. Gohan turns Super Saiyan 2. He gets his energy stolen. Becomes Majin Buu. Well, Majin Buu comes. Then pretty much Havoc comes about. Goku turns Super Saiyan 3. Goku and Vegeta let's see. Gohan gets even stronger, but still that wasn't the point of being able to defeat Buu, even though in theory he is the strongest person in the show, until Super Saiyan 4 was introduced, which I think is a bunch of bull, because in Dragon Ball Z they were kind of making Gohan the most powerful person, and then GT they kind of reversed that and made it back to Goku, which I didn't like. Then Goku and Vegeta, they use these earrings called Pataras, which fuse them together to become Vegeta, or Vegito, which is pretty cool. He kind of defeats Buu, goes inside of him. Then he becomes Kid Buu. Goku kills him. Then there's a bit of filler where you get introduced to Pan. And then you have a GT. Well, I didn't really watch much Dragon Ball, that's why it's not really in this review. You have GT, which they're finding the Dragon Balls because they become Black Star Dragon Balls and they go around the universe, which in turn made no sense to me as well. I think it was just a gimmick just for them to go around the whole universe. I didn't really watch that part of it because it got really boring until I got to Baby. and Baby takes over everybody. Goku becomes Super Saiyan 4, defeats Baby Vegeta. Then you have the thing with Hell and all the villains coming back, and they get killed fast. I mean, like you just see like villains just get like knocked off fast. Like Android 19 gets killed fast. Nappa gets killed fast, but makes sense since he was like a very low villain. And you also get to see that like Cell and Frieza have like kind of teamed up in Hell. Then you have Super 17. Goku kills him. Then you have the 7 evil dragon things. Then they combine to become Omega Shenron. Goku and Vegeta fuse to become Gogeta Super Saiyan 4. They defeat him. Goku leaves. And Vegeta's made protector of the planet. I thought it was kind of a bad thing in my opinion because Vegeta's been known to flop sides. So I would have made it Gohan. But this show was pretty much the pinnacle of kind of Toonami back in the day because without Dragon Ball Z, it was kind of, or some form of Dragon Ball, it was kind of lopsided. People probably might disagree with me, but pretty much as long as I watched Toonami, there was Dragon Ball Z, or GT after Dragon Ball Z ended, and it was pretty good. That's my review. So, also, if there's anything you wish me to watch and review, just put in like the comments below, so I can get to it. Right now, I've finished watching Chobits, which was really good. I liked it. And I'm also watching My Bride is a Mermaid, which is very funny, and I like it too, because it's just off the wall. So, next time I will see you guys, and I will be doing a review of probably Pokemon. So, see you guys later.